Hi, this is Ms. McLean, and we're going to take a look at a couple of Alex homework questions that talk about finding the probability of A or B. So let's look at this homework question. It reads, if probability of A is equal to 0.5, probability of B is equal to 0.8, and probability of A and B is equal to 0.46, find the probability of A or B. So I'm going to switch my screen so you can take a look at my scratch work and the process of solving this particular problem. So as you can see, I have the important information from the problem written down, along with our formula that we're going to use to figure out the probability of A or B. So all we're going to do is substitute into our formula, and then I'm going to let my handy dandy calculator do the calculations for me. So let's begin by substituting. Probability of A is 0.5, probability of B 0.8, and the probability of A and B is 0.46. So now I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to type this info in. So this gives us 0.5 plus 0.8 minus 0.46. This equals out to 0.84. All right, let's go ahead and enter in our solution. All right, and we are correct. So now let's move on to our next homework question. So this one is very similar, except we have some additional information. So let's read our problem. It says if the probability of A equals 0.5, probability of B equals 0.3, and A and B are mutually exclusive, find the probability of A or B. So let's take a look at my scratch work. So you can see here I have the important information from the problem. It also had additional info saying that it was mutually exclusive. So let's recap that definition. Mutually exclusive means that I have two events, probability A and B, and they do not overlap. So an overlap would represent probability of A and B. So since they don't overlap, since we have mutually exclusive events, we do not have to worry about that intersection. So for this particular problem, all we have to do is add up the probability of A and the probability of B. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to plug in my values, 0.5 and 0.3. And of course, when we add these two up, we get 0.8. Let's go ahead and plug in our solution into our problem. Right, so here's our two examples of finding probabilities of A or B. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to email me.